Welcome back to House on Carrion Hill, House of Bob's cosmic horror adventure played in Pathfinder 2nd Edition in the Galarian campaign setting.
Hi, I'm Dan. I'm playing Willen Dappen, the Gnome Wizard.
Hi, I'm Janette. I'm playing Bimpkin, the long-snout rat oracle.
Hey, I'm Shubert. I am playing Knib-Knub, the razor-tooth goblin fighter.
I'm Trevor, and I'll be playing Theobald, the orc investigator.
And I'm Shaun, your game master. If you like what we do and you want to support the show, visit us at patreon.com/thehouseofbob. Last time on House on Carrion Hill, Tom and the boys work their way through the strange halls of Crove's Asylum, searching through the good doctor's offices and rifling through his notes. They open door after door, attempting to avoid confrontations with the asylum's denizens, and unwittingly stumble directly into Keeper Crove himself. And today, we fade in on a crackling fire in the center of an animal hide hut. An orc woman dressed in furs kneels beside a sleeping child and drags the covers of a blanket up over him. The boy shivers in his sleep, quivering and jolting slightly as he dreams. She touches his forehead lightly to try to calm him. A large hand pulls open the flap of the hut, and a massive, bare-chested orc man steps in from the cold. His tusks gleam in the firelight. He stares down at the boy in disdain. He still has the nightmares. The mother looks up. He does. The man grunts, looks around the tent at the woman's and the boy's belongings. After a moment, he squats next to the fire and turns his gaze to stare hard at the boy. Then he goes to the Dream Talker. He will be one of them. I'll not have him in my war band. The mother bites her lip, eyes squeezed shut in pain. Please, don't do this. He will be a strong warrior. This is the way it must be. He is a liability. The mother continues to plead her case, blood running from her bitten lip. The heat of the fire radiates an intensity to match, and both orcs stand to back away, too busy with their own motives and arguments to notice such unnatural heat from such a seemingly normal fire. Sweat beads off the boy, and he softly groans, twists, and begins a slow, tensing coil as if holding back some deep force. The orc man growls, "My word is final." Outside, a trio of orcs tend to fire in the middle of the warband's camp, watching sparks from their fire spill up into the sky like fluttering moths. A clamor breaks the calm and draws their attention to the huts. As they strain their ears to find the source, the creak of crickets and trill of nightbirds falls to a hush, and all that remains is a deep, distant silence. And then, sudden screams from the huts send them to their feet, and weapons appear in their hands, huge axes and spiked clubs. Then from the dark, a massive shape flies through the air, landing at their feet with a crash. The hides and framework of an entire hut ripped from its pegs and lashings. There's a pained howl, screaming, and scraping and slithering of something humongous in the dark. 3 warriors look on, weapons raised but shaking in their hands as fear and disbelief wash over their face. And so, we left last session, Theobald confronting Keeper Crove. The last thing he said to you was, "The hungry and desperate masses will lay down at my feet in worship. Theobald, I saved you before, and if you won't be the first to grovel on this, the cusp of my victory, then I'll just have to make you beg." And you're all going to roll initiative.
Theobald rolled a 12 for initiative.
Not bad. Not great. Willen?
Willen got a 15.
Okay, and Bimpkin?
Bimpkin also got a 15.
Which of you has the higher dex bonus?
+3.
Okay, so Bimpkin will go before Willen. And Mr. Knib-Knub.
20.
Okay. Now, this was brought up between sessions that Theobald and Crove were having a bit of a conversation. There may have been a little bit of time for the companions, the boys, really, to get something done in that time. I'll give each of you 2 actions to do something, as long as it's something you could do more or less covertly without drawing Crove's attention to you. So, around the horn, Bimpkin, Knib-Knub, Willen, you each have about 2 actions to surreptitiously do something So I'm going to say, like, casting a spell is probably going to draw his attention. It would be too much. You would interrupt the flow of the conversation.
What if you're casting the spell behind your back and looking away?
Could you roll, like, maybe a stealth to try to do something that would normally be kind of obvious? Okay.
I would say that's okay, with the caveat that if you critically fail the stealth, you don't get the action at all.
Okay.
That's fair.
That's fair.
Okay.
I have one thing I want to do.
What are you doing, Willen?
I'm going to take out 2 bottles.
Mhm.
I have an alchemist's fire and a bottled lightning.
Okay.
And I'm going to pass the alchemist fire to Knib-Knub.
So you got 2 bottles in your hands. That's 2 actions. You've drawn 2.
Oh, okay. Then I don't pass one to...
You're just
Okay, fine.
potions.
I draw 1 bottle then, and then I pass it to Knib-Knub.
Why are you giving it to me?
Just in case you have to do anything ranged.
Here's the thing. I don't want to poo-poo that idea, but Knib-Knub does have his stabby stick in his hand already, so he doesn't have a free hand.
He's only got 1 arm.
Okay.
Just put it in your mouth.
Don't drink this.
Hold it. Stay.
So why don't we say, Dan, you've got one of
All
those
right.
potions in your hand, and you got it. You're ready.
Okay.
Okay, Bimpkin?
Bimpkin's going to subtly try to cast spiritual weapon behind his back.
Okay.
Oh, that's way smarter.
And so he's just going to try to do it subtly, like he's trying to tuck in his shirt or something.
Well, and like looking at the map, you're kind of in the next room still. So I feel like you've got the opportunity here to do something like that without drawing too much attention. So go for it. Give me that stealth check.
29.
Whew. All right. And your spiritual weapon is the rat dagger, is it not?
Correct.
Where would you summon it?
Just into my hand, just behind my back.
Okay, so it's right beside you. Okay. And Knib-Knub.
So Knib-Knub, I think, is going to pull out one of his poison vials that he's gotten in his travels. He's going to grab his lethargy poison and apply some to his stabby stick.
You guys found that last session in the surgery room. And so with that, we begin the battle with Crove. He goes first. Rolled a 34 on initiative.
Oh, no.
He is going to first cast a spell, and as the spell completes, you see his body begin to like flicker and zip in and out of visibility, almost like static on a TV screen. And then he says, "Show them what it means to be in the dark." And he suddenly disappears from your view as a massive black sheet falls from the ceiling on top of Theobald. But this sheet is alive.
What?
Looks like it's curtains for you, Theo.
Exactly.
Our retinas are detaching.
But
That does not look like a curtain.
No, well, think a big black cloak or like a big black sheet of fabric that has all of these tentacly tendrils.
that curtain's
and
got
a
teeth.
And a big gaping mouth like a manta ray just falls from the ceiling and lands on top of Theobald's head and is going to envelop Theobald. This is going to be an attack roll against your reflex DC.
So that'd be 22.
All right, so I got a 22, so that matches.
Ooh.
Yes.
So it succeeds.
Yes.
That's right.
That means Theobald is restrained as this creature like gives him a big ol' manta ray bear hug. Restrained means you are flat-footed, immobilized, basically a bunch of bad stuff like that. Flat-footed, immobilized. You cannot use any actions with the attack or manipulate traits except to attempt to escape or force open your bonds. That's what you know so far. That's that creature's 2 actions. And then Crove winks out.
Oh.
Damn.
Wait, so does he disappear, literally?
From your view, yes, he disappears. And he does not reappear.
Theobald's a little bit closer to him. Would he notice that he would have, like, blipped
You are
in and out?
completely enveloped in a cloaker.
All right.
Bimpkin, your turn.
So I was just looking at fairy fire.
Yes.
I'm wondering if I can cast that, but I think I should move. And then I'll cast Fairy Fire.
So Bimpkin moves through the door and around the corner into the southwest corner of the room.
We don't know if Crove is still there, though, do we?
No, but if he is, then I would be able to see him.
Okay. Can you cast that multiple times?
I could cast it again if he happens to be somewhere else.
I do have some glitter dust as well.
Because I'm assuming he had to cast that creature, so he probably didn't have that much movement. Or I guess maybe he did. Okay, so I cast that, and everybody gets outlined, and if he happens to be there.
Within this area that you've outlined?
Yeah.
All right. So the cloaker is outlined in this glittering dust. You see a vaguely Theobald shape beneath it, like he had thrown a blanket over himself or something. But you do not see any outlines of anybody else. Crove is not in this space.
Okay, I'm done.
Okay, Willen, go ahead.
So I still have the Alchemist Fire in my hand, and I see this horrifically ugly hat on Theo. Theo, this may hurt a little.
Oh.
Oh, God.
Can I just, smash it on him? Do I even need to throw it?
You do still need to make an attack roll.
I got a 10 to hit.
A 10 is a miss and is in fact a critical fail.
Oh, no.
When throwing Alchemist Fire, you're going to take the splash damage. So that is...
hurt me a little.
Why do you keep doing this?
I gotta stop throwing things.
He just throws it up at the ceiling and it falls back down on him.
1 point of fire damage to you.
Just 1 point to Willen?
Yeah. But he still has 2 actions.
I'm surprised I didn't get hit by that.
Well, he still has 2 actions.
All right, let's do something that I know works. I'm going to do a chill touch.
All right, so roll for chill touch, or do I roll saves? Okay, is it reflex or will?
Fortitude, DC 21.
All right, I got a 28.
Okay, so he'll take 6 damage.
All right, so the cloaker will take 3 damage, and Theobald will take 3 damage.
Oh, no.
And now it's Knib-Knub's turn.
Is Theobald taking damage when the cloaker is dealt damage?
Yeah, as the chill touch hits the cloaker, you see that it shrinks back a little bit, but then in doing so, it also constricts in on Theobald, and you hear a yelp, an orcish yelp from inside.
Yelp?
Oh, no. I gotta rip it off him. Knib-Knub is gonna try to, with his mouth, with his teeth, grab onto this thing, onto one of its tentacly appendages, and he's gonna try to rip it off of Theo.
Okay. I'm going to get you to do an aid for him. You can make an athletics check or an unarmed attack roll, your bite attack roll. The DC is 20.
Sure. I will use my bite. 34.
Okay. That's going to be a +3 bonus to Theobald to escape on his turn.
Nice.
Nice. Thank you.
As you pull and tear at the cloaker's body. You have 1 action left.
All right. So with my action, I will attempt to grapple it as well. So I'm going to try to grab onto the thing so that at least I'm holding it just as much as it's holding Theo.
Fair enough. Okay.
Is that athletics as well?
Yes. With a multiple attack penalty.
Just 9.
Not enough.
And I'm going to say out loud on my turn, that's my free action, Crove, get back here. We got to kill you before that other thing comes in here and kills you.
It's good to be clear.
Yeah. We got to tell him what's what. Because no one's going to be able to hear me underneath this thing.
Yeah, exactly. That brings us to Theobald. Theobald, what are you going to do?
I want to try and break free from its constraint.
Okay.
What kind of a roll do I need to do for that?
Athletics, acrobatics, or unarmed attack with a +3 bonus from Knib-Knub.
I'm going to do an unarmed attack. Theobald rolled a 33.
All right, so you reach up, and with Knib-Knub giving an assistive pull, you peel it off of you like a wet towel and throw it, just suplex it down on the ground, and it immediately begins to unfurl itself again and screech. Coming for you again.
Gross.
You got 2 actions left. What do you do?
I have Eldrin's heart in my hand, so I'm going to strike it with Eldrin's heart. Is that like a -5 for a second attack?
That's right. But you notice that as you raise it up, the light from the blade is just glaring, super bright. And you can see this creature is actually like recoiling from it.
Amazing. That's good to know. I'm happy about that. So with Eldrin's bright and shiny heart, I lift up my sword and I roll a 23 to stab it on the ground.
That's a hit.
Yes. And then damage. 14.
Plus another d6 for Bane.
Nice.
14 plus 5. Ooh, yeah.
Ooh,
Nice.
19 points of damage cut straight through this creature's flapping fan-like cloaker manta ray wings, and it screeches in pain. You have one action left.
Can I knock a chair over so that the chair falls onto it so that now there's a piece of furniture on top of this thing that's lying flat? Because like the way I'm imagining this is that this wet towel I threw onto the ground. I stabbed into this wet towel, but like I don't want anybody to like fall into it. So I'm just going to like knock over Crove's chair just so it falls back.
Let's call that a grapple attempt. So make an athletics check.
Nice.
Yeah, give him the chair.
Yeah, this is really turning into a WWE match.
Get on the top row.
Yeah, I stand on the table and I elbows.
It's the people's
Atomic
elbow.
elbow.
Tom and the boys aren't going to let you off easy.
Oh, yeah.
Frickin' give her 21. Yes. Theobald throws the chair.
That is unfortunately a fail, and the chair gets knocked to the side as this thing is flapping and fluttering to get back up to grab onto one of you again. That brings us back up to Crove's turn. And I think this creature is now going to do something called an infrasonic moan. So its whole like body begins to vibrate. Its mouth opens wide, and these sonic waves start to warp and vibrate the entire room. I need everybody to make a will save.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
All right, Bimpkin, what'd you get?
13.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
That is a critical fail.
Oh, God.
Oh, no. That means I failed for sure, too, then. I got a 17.
Willen also fails. Theobald,
Theobald rolled a 22.
that is also a fail.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Brutal.
Why are you so mean?
I'm so mean. And Knib-Knub,
I actually rolled a nat 20, and so 28 total.
so you are fine. So everybody except for Knib-Knub is hit by this stupor effect. Oh, sorry, that's a single creature. So instead you're hit with nausea, 30-foot emanation. Each creature within falls prone and becomes sickened 2.
Oh.
That is the 3 of you. Sickened and prone. Knib-Knub, you're standing there looking around like, what are you talking about?
I can't be made any more stupid.
For those at home, sickened means you feel ill. You take a status penalty equal to the value on your checks and DCs. That means all checks, including attack rolls, and all DCs, including ACs. You can't willingly ingest anything, including elixirs and potions, while you're sickened. You can spend a single action retching an attempt to recover, which lets you immediately make a fortitude save against the original effect. On a success, you reduce the sickened value by 1. And it's Bimpkin's turn.
Retching is one action.
Yes.
Okay, so Bimpkin is going to do a full round retching action. So this thing has gone back up into the air.
It's kind of hovering like right above the surface of the ground, and it just unleashed this burst of almost like a brown note, but like a puke note.
Okay, so he just looks up at this thing and then starts to projectile vomit.
All right, make a fortitude save.
27.
All right, you go to sickened 1.
Nice. Okay. And then we still don't know what this thing is.
No.
So maybe I will do a knowledge check to see what it is.
Okay. That would be an occultism.
Oh no. My occultism is really terrible. 3.
This magical umbrella is attacking you and you don't know what to do about it.
I'm pretty sure this is vampire umbrella. Don't touch it. It will hurt you with its stubble.
You got stubble. You got one action left. Are you going to sustain the spiritual weapon?
Yes, I am. I will sustain it, and that allows me to move it and attack with it as well.
Yep.
So that's what I'm going to do. 25.
25 is a hit.
5 damage.
The rat dagger plunges into the back of the cloaker, stabbing repeatedly. It is now Willen's turn.
Like many other people, seeing someone vomit triggers something within him. And he's going to unload. 21 fortitude.
That is a fail.
Oh no, you swallow it.
You got 2 more actions, Willen. You could try to keep doing that to clear the effect.
Keep heaving.
You're also lying flat on the ground right now.
Okay, I will stand up.
Okay.
And then I will try to throw up again.
Okay.
13.
13 is also a fail, so still sickened 2.
I'm not going to be able to make that DC. That's really hard.
You're rolling pretty poorly. Knib-Knub, it is your turn.
What are you guys all freaking out about? It's just a vampire umbrella, like Rat Guy said.
Then you kill it.
All right, here it goes. All right, I'm gonna kill it. I'm thinking on my first attack, I'll do a power attack.
Okay.
25 to hit with my power attack.
But bam, that is a solid bite. What's the damage?
17 damage.
All right. This thing is looking, I would say, badly injured so far. What else can we do to it?
All right, let's see. One more attack. 28 to hit.
Yeah.
10 damage.
Solid. This thing is looking, pretty bad for all of this attacks you've been doing. The umbrella is getting tattered, and it is Theobald's turn.
Theobald will stand up,
Mm-hmm.
and then Theobald will fortitude save to try and throw up.
Okay.
27.
All right. You go down to sickened 1.
Yes. Oh, and then Eldrin's heart, pulling that sword while it's still out. It's always been out, and just sort of like my shiny stick. I come down to strike.
Last action. Here goes.
Hiya! 14.
Ooh, not enough.
Yeah, I hit the chair.
A miss. At this point, I'd like everybody to make a perception check.
Bimpkin got a 26.
16 for Knib-Knub.
Same. 16 for Willen.
16 for Theobald.
Ooh, 16's all around. Nice.
Wow.
Well, Bimpkin, you hear the sound of a door. You hear the doorknob clunk and then swing of a door swinging open really hard out in the hallway behind you. And it is the cloaker's turn.
When you say behind us, do you mean like to the
Through
west?
the door you guys entered from.
Okay.
Can I yell that out, or do I have to wait for my turn?
You're next, so after the cloaker, so you could freely tell everyone that. In character, though.
During my turn?
Do it right now. I don't care.
Oh, there's a door open. I think from the where we came from. I say it's very chill and cool because there's nothing going on to worry about.
We're kind of in the middle of a fight right now. I'm not worried about doors.
All right, cloaker's going to attack again. It's got its choice of targets here. That's going to go for Theobald. So that is going to be a jaw strike to start. 31.
Ooh.
Yeah, that connects.
Is that a critical?
That's 10 over my AC, yes.
All right, so a critical from the bite is going to be 30 points of damage.
no.
Oh my goodness.
How dare he?
Yeah, I was at 62, now I'm at 32.
As it takes that three-dimensionally to the mouth and bites Theobald, the tail lashes and is going to strike out against Knib-Knub.
Oh.
A 27 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
13 points of slashing damage.
Ouch. Okay.
Well, last action, it's going to attempt to envelop one of you once again. Going for Knib-Knub. So this is going to be 19 against your reflex DC.
That would be 22.
All right, so 19 is a miss. You are not enveloped.
Get away from me, you freaking garbage bag.
And it is Bimpkin's turn, prone and sickened on the ground. What do you do?
Okay, I will, first of all, try to stab it again before I vomit.
Okay, with the rat dagger.
So he's going to just reach out his hand, stabby motions. Oh no, I got a 9.
Is that a critical fail?
Yeah.
That sucks. That is a miss. Nothing happens. The dagger swings wide.
So he starts like crying and then vomiting in his shame and sickedness.
What is happening to you?
Oh no, 14.
You are still sickened.
Okay, so then he like wipes his mouth with his hand, and with the same hand he reaches out to touch Theo to heal him, which I can do for one action. It's a 1d8, but still 7.
Oh, thank you.
All right. Willen.
Willen's also going to... well, not yet. He's going to vomit after. First, he's going to attack. So he's going to try his chill touch again.
Mm-hmm.
So make a DC Fortitude, 19.
Natural 1.
Heck
Ooh.
yeah.
Oh.
Nice.
Oh,
Well, that wasn't my best roll. I did 8 damage.
All right, so double that. He takes 16 points of
Oh,
negative
double
energy
that?
damage.
nice.
Ooh, I wish I could do one more thing.
You have one more action.
It's time to vomit. And then he... Oh, no. No, he still can't get it up.
Just
He got a 10.
Just heaving.
Yeah.
All right. Knib-Knub, your turn.
All right, I'll finish this thing off. Man, you guys got to pull yourselves together. And you got to learn to shave.
Go with the grain.
Just like motioning it.
And my first attack with my teeth is going to be 28.
28 is a hit.
10 damage.
10 damage is exactly how many hit points it had left.
Yay!
Yeah.
Die!
Disappears into thin air.
Whoa.
Ugh. That's not satisfying.
You have 2 actions left.
I'm going to try to run around and find out where Mr. Disappearing Man went off to. So,
Okay, now we can worry about that door thing.
right.
In this room that you're in,
Mhm.
there's a closed door on the far side,
Yeah.
straight ahead of you. And to your south, on the far end of the room, there is an open door, which looks like it was built to be concealed.
Okay. And the south door that's open, that's the direction where I last saw Crove, correct?
Right. Yeah. He was last standing like right in front of the door.
Yeah. So my guess is he slipped in. I'm guessing he didn't dive through us. I'm guessing he just slipped out backwards. So
Mhm.
my first action after I kill the cloaker will be to run over to that door.
You see a hall extending about 20 feet to the south that then turns to the west.
All right. I'm going to start running down it. I'm going to
Mhm.
say, get yourselves together and follow me. And I run all the way down to the end of the hallway with that move action. And I have 1 action left. I haven't run into anything yet, so I'm going to
Nope.
keep going.
Right. So as you turn the corner, you see the set of stairs that you originally came down to the basement through. And it seems that there was a secret door to this hallway that you guys missed earlier.
Mm.
Ooh. All right. I'm going to run towards the secret door.
So to the south, you see that another door has been opened. A door that when you originally came here, you heard people arguing on the other side.
Uh-oh.
Now you look through this door, you see 4 men chained up to a table in the center of a room. The green floor, made of this like weirdly green, shiny tile, covers the entire space. These 4 men chained to the table are currently shaking, vibrating back and forth and stimming and like slapping the sides of their heads. He's here, he's here, he's here, he's here. Yes, he's here, he's here.
Where?
And
Where is
they're
he?
just like chanting.
Where's
And
here?
And they all look to the south at the same time, down this dark hallway that you see further beyond. And you see
Oh,
Crove running
I
full
see
tilt
him.
away from you.
All right. I'm going to run straight after him. I have 5 more feet of movement on my turn.
Okay.
So
Amazing.
hopefully these guys don't hit me as I run past them. Thanks for the tip, guys.
You know what? You're all right.
All right, and that's the end of my turn.
All right. Theobald, it is your turn. You are still sickened 1, I think.
I'm going to heave one last heave to work at getting this out of my system. Oh, Theobald rolls a 20.
No good.
Well, then he's just going to jog as far as he can go, being sickened. Like when you're sickened, your speed decreases, I imagine?
No, just your DCs and attack rolls.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'm going to spend the next 2 actions following Knib-Knub.
Theo, you made it.
Yeah.
I mean, Tom.
Yes.
All right, that brings us back around to Keeper Walder Crove. It is his turn. He looks over his shoulder, sees that he is being hotly pursued by Theobald and Knib-Knub, and he's
Don't
going
run.
to...
You'll only make it worse.
You'll die tired.
You'll die dead.
That's stupid. You're stupid.
Willen, I'm here.
Duh.
His disembodied voice echoing down the hallway.
You're stupid.
I'm going to pull out an old favorite here. And he turns, looks over his shoulder, and from his hands emerges this sticky, big ball of webs that launches into the green room and explodes, covering everything.
Oh.
And he will spend his last action running. You still notice that he's still doing that jittery,
Annoying.
And then Knib-Knub, you can still see him down the hallway. As he gets to that end of that movement, he blinks out of existence and then back into existence 10 feet ahead of himself again. And Bimpkin.
So this door that opened,
Yeah.
does it sound like it's in the next room?
You would say it's like from the room you just came in and then down the hall.
Can I hear any commotion?
Lots of commotion now.
Okay, so I'm going to vomit
Yep.
one last time. Hopefully. 27.
Success. You are no longer sickened 1. You are sickened 0.
You're so good at that.
Thank you. I've had lots of practice. And then he will move out of this room.
Standing up with your second action.
Yes.
Okay.
And then I will move.
And you can see Knib-Knub now.
And he waves at Knib-Knub. Hello.
Hello there.
Knib-Knub seems busy. And Willen, it is your turn.
All right. I'm going to ignore vomiting because it's really not working for me. So can I do 3 rounds of running?
Well, you're going to hit a web in a minute here, but for sure you can get started on it anyways.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. What would clear the web?
Make an Arcana check.
15. Not super good.
I'll give you a bonus since you have encountered web before. You know, each square of the web can be cleared by a single attack or effect that deals at least 5 slashing damage or 1 point of fire damage.
If I had like a fire cantrip, that would be ideal, but I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to waste any spells on this.
Or even just using a torch.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Do you have a torch?
I have an ever-burning torch. Is that actual fire?
I don't think ever-burning torches do fire damage.
Generates no heat. No. Okay.
And you're out of alchemist fire.
Yeah. All right, I'm going in. And I step
I
into
see
the
fireball
web.
on your list.
I also see a lot of chained people to tables or whatever.
Yeah. Please don't.
Yeah,
No.
as someone in the line of fire.
You're going to step into the web.
Yeah.
So when you first step into the web, I'm going to get you to make me an athletics or reflex check.
Actually, let me roll this back. I'm going to, right before I hit the web, so I'm going to try to throw up.
Okay.
Because all my stuff is like a lot lower, all my skills and stuff. So if I can make one roll. Nope. Still can't get it up. All right. Then that's my turn because I rolled an Arcana as well. So
That's
Okay.
a lot of bad rolls.
yep.
Knib-Knub, it is your turn. You're surrounded by these now web-covered, chattering, insane asylum patients. I can't handle this. It's too much stimulation.
Don't worry. It's all going to be over soon. I'm going to go bite that guy. I'm going to try to work my way through the web. So would the best way to be to bite my way through it and like clear a path?
Yeah, I got a couple different choices. You could try
Okay.
to destroy the web along the way, or if you just try and make a move action, you get an athletics or reflex check, your choice, to beat the DC of the web.
Me personally, I would appreciate if you destroyed it.
Yeah, it would be helpful for everyone else to get through. Everyone else needs to get through. Do you have to roll for like every square or just like once?
Yeah, you would have to roll for each square.
Oh.
Unless you have something that does fire.
Okay. I'm going to say to Tom, I'm going to be like, Tom, we got to clear the web for the rest of the boys. I'm going to start biting the web that I'm surrounded with. I'm just biting it apart.
You clear your square.
All right. Is that one action?
That is one action.
I'm going to try to get the next square.
Okay. You also cleared that square.
Okay. And on my third action, I will just move 10 feet forward and roll the athletics check to try to move there.
Okay.
I rolled a nat 20, so that is a 36 total.
You use an athletics check. You clear the web from the square as well as saving.
I'm envisioning it like when a dog gets a bunch of like stuffing from a toy in their mouth and they're like trying to get it out.
Yeah.
So I was like eating through the web.
It's like doing a head shake rip.
Yeah, I keep being like, yeah. Yeah.
It's like you put peanut butter in your mouth.
All right, so Knib-Knub is clearing a path through the web. It is now Theobald's turn.
I'm going to do an athletics check to get out of my spot because I imagine I am trapped right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Theobald athleticizes or acrobatics.
Athletics or reflex.
Oh, I'm going to reflex. Theobald rolls a 21 to get out of.
That is a fail. You're not immobilized. You are just slowed. You have minus 10 feet to your speed until the start of your next turn.
It's like I got a hamstring or something.
Yeah, so just consider your speed to be 15 feet instead of 25 until the end of your turn.
Oh, you can still get out of here, though.
Yeah. I'm going to pull out my sword and just slash up this last bit of... Or my sword's always been in my hand.
Yep. Slash the last bit. So that's 2 actions. You have 1 action left.
Theobald continues down the hall, chasing after Crove after having cut through the last bit of the web for the rest of everybody else.
That's awesome, Tom. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So the whole path is cleared now, right?
Yeah, the whole path is cleared. You got a straight
Perfect.
channel down. This is where I have to make some hard choices.
Oh.
I mean, you just want to do like lightning bolt right down the line.
If only.
Oh, that would be
I-
brutal.
I do not have lightning bolt, luckily for you. Because yes, you are all in a straight line, straight through this hallway, this long, like 80-foot hallway.
Why did we go in a straight line across from a sorcerer?
You think you would have learned by now? I think what I'm going to do instead is Crove turns again and fires off another spell at Theobald. These blue chains launch from his hands, beginning to wrap themselves around Theobald. I need you to make a reflex save.
Oh, it's a good thing I'm second one. Theobald rolls a 27.
Ooh, that is a success.
Yeah.
That means you are only clumsy 1 instead of restrained.
Oh.
As you're attempting to force these chains off of you. Clumsy, for those at home, your movements become clumsy and inexact. You take a status penalty to dexterity-based checks and DCs, including AC, reflex, ranged attack rolls, and checks that use dexterity. And a minus 10-foot status penalty to your speed for 1 round.
Is there a way to clear clumsy? Like,
It will just be gone at the beginning of my next turn.
oh, okay.
And then Crove does a move to end his turn. He is at the end of this southern hallway, right beside a heavy steel door. Bimpkin, it is your turn.
I'm considering rat rolling,
Oh,
but
do
I
it.
think that would mean I would take everyone out.
Oh,
That
don't
looks
do
so
it.
cool. I don't
Do it. Do it. Rat roll.
But there is a chance I can make it, because what my movement speed is 25.
How much damage would that do to all of us?
Yeah, it's like bowling on easy mode.
I don't think that much.
I think you only do damage if you keep doing it for a second round. You have 4 times your speed, straight line down an incline. If you reach the bottom of the incline or hit an obstacle during this first turn of movement, you stop rolling safely. Otherwise, you automatically keep rolling at this speed during subsequent turns or until you hit the bottom of the incline or obstacle ends this
Am I
movement.
an obstacle?
Right, and allies aren't an obstacle. Allies can always get out of the way.
So maybe, before I roll, I can just be like, get ready to jump. And then
Yeah, we're
everybody
ready.
jumps.
Yeah.
I remember this from the tunnel.
Yeah.
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 So what's the measurement here? Exactly 100 feet to him. So your speed's 25.
Yes.
You are going to get to him exactly and crash into him.
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
Oh,
That is
amazing.
so awesome.
Just hopefully he doesn't blip out of existence.
I'm hoping that maybe he'll fall, but I don't know if that's doable. Jabam! So I just roll down the hallway.
All right. You roll directly up to him. You slam into him. First turn of rolling, there's no damage dealt. You still have 1 action left.
I have 1 action all the way down to him?
Yep.
I've slammed into him
Wow.
now? Okay. Everything I have is 2 except for heal, and I don't want to heal him.
Yeah, and I think if you don't spend the action on your dagger, it disappears.
Yeah. So I'll just say, if you don't stop moving, I'm going to grab your ankles and you're not going to be able to move.
What if, is that a demoralize?
Yes.
Intimidate? Okay. Roll it.
That was so intimidating. I don't think he can dodge this one. 18.
Oh, I'm sorry. That is...
Can I use my null point? I feel like
Yeah, sure.
I don't know. That was a pretty good
He-
roll for.
Yeah,
you only
you
have a
rolled
plus
pretty
4.
good on that. You're not going to get much
I
higher.
might get an at 20. He just adds a little like rat growl. Oh,
Yeah.
13.
It's more like a purr.
Maybe that deserves a hero point for trying.
Yeah. Yep. Well, hero point for rolling all the way there.
I think catching up to him absolutely deserves a hero point. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Use your second hero point for it. One more time.
Double or nothing.
Willen.
Okay.
What do you do?
So I'm going to move 50 feet south down the hallway towards them. And I will once again try to expel some stuff.
Nice.
Come on. That's still not good enough, I don't think. That's a 20.
No?
Nope, it's still not good enough.
Really?
That's such a high DC for me.
It is pretty high DC, yep. Knib-Knub.
Knib-Knub is going to charge 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. That's 1 turn. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. It's my second turn. 10, 15, 20, 25. I guess I stop there then.
Okay.
That's the end of my turn.
Theobald.
First and foremost, I attempt to throw up. Theobald heaves. Oh, painfully. 13.
Fail.
Heaves again. 22.
Success.
Yes. Finally, I throw up. All right. Theobald now has 1 action left, and I have a 13 speed. Or 15?
15, yep.
Yeah. Throw up and then just sneak up right up behind Willen and just be like, you can do it too.
All right, so back around to Keeper Crove's turn. Theobald is no longer clumsy,
Yay.
no longer slowed.
Nice.
Yes.
Only Willen remains sickened. Keeper Crove looks down at this ragtag group pursuing him down the hallway, sees Bimpkin right in front of him, and says, "Taking a better look at you, Yosoki. I think I recognize you. I think you know what's behind this door." He grabs a doorknob, turns it, slams it open, and then blinks and reappears behind Knib-Knub.
Oh.
And then he's going to sprint away.
What?
So, Knib-Knub, you get an attack of opportunity.
Hell yeah. Oh, I only rolled a 4, but that's still a 20.
Hero
to hit.
point. Hero point.
Hero point.
Hero point. Hero
Does it miss?
point.
Do it. It's the end of
Is
the
that
episode.
You have to decide before I tell you.
Really?
Yeah.
Do it.
Just do it. It's your it's the last thing
A
before the
4.
end of the episode.
Come on, it's a
Yeah.
4. You could totally re-roll.
You
Yeah.
Better than
I will use a hero point.
Okay.
Yeah.
I rolled a 3. That is worse.
All right. So Knib-Knub attempts to grab on to Crove as he begins to sprint to the north away from this open, foreboding door. He misses on the grab. Crove sprints straight towards Willen, a wide-eyed look in his face. And just as he gets to Willen, he blinks again, this time appearing on the other side of Theobald. As he goes to continue his sprint for his next turn, he looks over his shoulder and says, I can't say I envy you getting to meet the wolf again. And we'll see you in 2 weeks. Thanks once again for listening to The House on Carrion Hill, House of Bob's cosmic horror adventure. If you like the show, please give us a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts, and you can find us on all your favorite social medias at The House of Bob. As well, come join our Discord, chat with the crew and all our other players and all of our listeners. It's a fun place. We'd like to thank all of our patrons for supporting us on Patreon. If you want to support the show financially, that is the best place to do it right now. Bits of Cake, James, Thomas, Alex, Mortimer, Ben, Connor, Pedrick, Brandon, Team Eamon, Pavel, Christine, Tom, Elias, Mark, Jessica, Scooter, Tyler, Josh, Keith, Blucket12, Tom, Jessica, Kieran, Mike, Sylvia, and Luke. Thank you very much. Artwork for this episode is by me, Shaun Makes. Audio production and sound design by Alex at Astronomic Audio. And music for this episode was provided by Mike Hammock. Roll on.
No.
Willen. Whose side are you on anyways?
Just FYI, if you ever do start to see a black curtain falling in front of your eyes, your retina is detaching and you should go see an eye doctor.
Oh, weird.
It's like he's got like terrible stubble.
He does kind of have terrible stubble, doesn't he?
A lot of ingrown hairs, yeah.
I've got terrible razor burn.
That's why I'm so angry.
He's going to rub his razor burn all over your face. It's going to feel gross.
Look at these ingrown hairs.
Oh, man. We need to somehow share the art of this with the listeners.
I mean, I'm sure they're painting an amazing picture with their imagination.
It's got one of those circular mouths where it's got teeth on
like
all parts of its mouth.
Like one of those worms from Dune.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It's got very angry eyes.
I can't see the eyes.
They're kind
It's a
of
little
small and red.
Oh, I'm kind of
Yeah,
seeing
teeny.
it. Theobald's
You gotta
underneath
see
of
this.
the token. Yeah.
It's got a
Oh
very
my
heavy
gosh.
set brow.
Mm-hmm. It's got very dark kind of black back with a bright pinkish, purplish, flesh-colored-ish.
Mhm. He has no chin to
front.
speak of,
Damn.
so that's probably what's making him angry as well.
Should have never shaved that beard.
Trevor accidentally gave your token something that you shouldn't have.
Really?
Yeah, I need to. Can you go into effects
Yeah.
on your character sheet and just remove the
I have
augmented
augmented summoning.
Yeah.
Sweet.
What?
wait.
You don't
How-
need that on you.
On the
Well,
blanket.
what's that big thing dangling down there?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to guess.
Okay.
That's its leg. It has a foot down there.
Yeah, we can't see the end of it. There's toes.
It's for
There's
the
toes
best.
on the end of that.
You can imagine the end.
All right. So it needs
Sorry,
to
guys.
make
Give me 1 second here.
technical issues.
It's okay. We're going to talk about this thing's appendage. Could be
I mean,
a trunk, like an elephant.
Yeah, I feel
You
like
could-
it's more likely a trunk than a foot or than a leg, you know?
Yeah,
Like there's a nose down there, not a foot.
that means it's just floating there, which I guess it does.
Yeah, I mean,
Just
technically
saying,
it's
this thing has to
draped.
reproduce somehow, right?
Yeah, it's draped over top of me. So presumably it was like suction cupped to the wall. So like maybe it's
Mhm.
like a starfish and it like these little spines on its back are actually its really little feet.
Oh, yeah.
And it like
Mm.
kind of like crawls across and then that
That
really
makes
long
sense.
appendage is
Maybe what we
yeah.
thought was the stubble is really little feet.
It is kind of starfishy the way, the bottom of its body is all, its mouth. And it
Well,
is
it
kind
looks
of
like
a
a-
starfish.
Looks
Or
like
a
a manta ray.
jellyfish.
Yeah.
Because it's, jellyfishy too. But its eyes, it's got like a face.
It does have a face. It's very.
I really
freaky.
like to imagine us sort of like taking like just a couple seconds to like talk about this thing before we start stabbing at it. And stuff.
Well, it feels like.
Oh, you know what would be good though is if somebody rolled some kind of check to find out what it is.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Is
That's
that a
an
free
action
action?
we should spend.
It is not a free
It's an
action. Costs you
but
one
but
action to do recall
it gives
knowledge.
it gives you actual like in-game benefits.
Yeah. It will.
I shouldn't look straight up when I tried to throw up.
You're just
came right back
driving.
down.
Yeah, it's not
Oh my
working
god,
for you.
we're gonna make our listeners vomit.
Yeah, I was like a fountain, just aiming straight up, and
You can cut all of this
That's
out.
done. Yeah. No, we're going to
we're
pass on that.
descriptive.
You got
You're like Brendan Fraser in The Mummy when he screamed at that mummy.
What did Brendan Fraser say? Remind me.
He just goes, ah!
After the
I love
Mummy King
the 90s
screams
movies
at him.
references.
Yeah.
Yeah, this podcast will never be outdated.
Well, The Mummy's a classic, so we don't have to worry about it.
Exactly. That is brutal.
Youch.
And I'm
Youchy.
jealous about how much damage he's putting out with his teeth. Knib-Knub is like,
That towel.
That-
Holy
yeah,
jeez.
that's actually really impressive. Wow.
Yeah,
Cool.
you need to learn how to unhinge your jaw like he does,
Yeah.
so that it lies flat.
I only have
as it
teeth on two sides.
yeah,
What the heck's my speed limit?
I think 25.
25.
Speed limit.
Okay.
Yeah, don't go over your
25
speed
down this
limit.
hallway.
So that I'm remember this from Sonic. Bimpkin's going to bounce over top of Willen
Mhm.
Oh,
and then
no.
underneath
White gnomes can't
Knib-Knub, and then
Listen, if you all just sort of hunch over, then I will launch off of you.
Make a ramp out of your body.
I'm just going to get out of the way. Like,
Do I get attack of opportunity?
Do you have attack of opportunity on your sheet?
it's only a fighter thing.
Oh, then
Just
no.
say yes.
Then
I
no.
wrote it
Just say
in,
yes.
on paper.